I don't know if the subscriber who suggested Galaga to me is comfortable with mentioning their nickname, so just in case, I won't, but you know who you are, and I want to say thank you. Because Galaga is a fantastic arcade title, and I honestly feel I've been missing out by not ever trying it at all. Its predecessor Galaxian was like a play on Space Invaders, it was nice but nothing special. Galaga though takes that foundation and expands it sufficiently enough that not only differentiates itself from Space Invaders, but honestly creates an experience that I find even more engaging. The enemies flying in various formations rather than just spawning on the screen. The challenge sections for bonus points between some stages. How as you progress some of the standard enemies transform into special new types with various patterns. My favorite addition has to be how Galaga handles essentially power-ups. There are boss fighters who can turn on a tractor beam and steal your current ship, and therefore essentially one of your lives. However, your old starfighter will still be tucked behind them. Now, if you shoot the boss while it sits in its row above, your old fighter will turn against you. However, if you destroy the boss when it's flying towards you while being careful enough to not shoot the old fighter, it will get free and join you for double the power, but also double the hitbox. It's such an ingenious risk-reward scenario, and what makes it so cool is that it's not a dominant strategy to go into the tractor beam on purpose, because you might destroy your own ship. Fantastic dynamic! And even though every core stage is pretty much the same in terms of basic setups, Galaga does so much to the flying formations when enemies create an army, to their patterns after they form an army, to when and how often they shoot, that the progression curve feels really smooth, and the game doesn't really get old fast as many other arcade titles do. And, you know, as a player, I'm often interested in mechanical mastery, which is why I appreciate various arcade games, but also I never really was a high score chaser. I mean, I like crossing off seconds in some time-sensitive games, there are some games where I like getting the maximum rank or badges or whatnot, but high score number going up has never really been a draw to me, which is why I often drop arcade games when I feel like the experience just transforms into score chasing. Even Space Invaders and Miss Pac-Man are prone to that. But Galaga? When I got to 10,000 points, I thought to myself, I can actually do better. Then I got to 20,000, then 50, then eventually 70. And the only reason I lost there is because I whiffed hard on enemy patterns and I feel like I could totally go even further. This didn't really happen to me before in pretty much any of the classic arcade games we have covered so far. So, I never planned on playing Galaga, but I'm so glad I did. You know, if you look at the ranking as it is even now, you can sort of start seeing a formation of various categories. On the bottom, there are games that confound me in various exceedingly negative ways. Then we have games that range from rage-inducing to frustrating. Then titles that for me are simply boring and not that engaging. Then games that are fine but don't have longevity for me. Then there's Zork, which at this point is its own category of a game that I could really like if not for some bullshit. Then there's this category of games that I do really like and find fun, but they still sooner or later lose their appeal because there is not much on offer besides that fun. Which is why above this there are games that, while flawed, offer more than just fun, in this case immersion, adventure, wonder, and as a result to me feel like stronger and more preferable experiences. Now, Galaga is a game that's more about fun than anything else. However, because it's polished in ways none of the games beneath it are so far, and considering how much I have enjoyed it, I really don't feel comfortable putting it even below The Legend of Zelda, while I am still comfortable with both Zelda and Ultima being above Miss Pac-Man and others. Maybe it's the beginning of a new category, we shall see which one exactly as the list progresses.